Hello everyone, I'm Matt, and this is a new devlog for the Feathered Serpent. It's a game that I've been working on for the past 3 years, and I'm going to be showing off some of the new enemies that I've made and put into the game. Now I know that I said new enemies, but these are actually old enemies that I have repurposed, and they are practically new. They behave in completely different ways. I completely changed out the sprites, the code, so in my mind they're new enemies. Now these enemies are going to be found in the ruins area, and I'm just going to walk through this video. We're going to go through them one by one. Okay, first we're going to be taking a look at these new ruins enemies. These are people who they've repurposed these ruins because there's magical energy. There's these crystals, and they eat the crystals, and it gives them this energy. They use the crystals for their weapons, and that's why they have these glowing eyes, and they bleed this, magical essence. They've given up, forsaken their humanity, and they're just fully committed to, feeding off of these crystals and growing in power. And so you can see the sword enemy there had this cool crystalline necklace. He jumps, he attacks, he's faster than the sword lizards in the first area. He has the same attack pattern and movement, which I think is fine. The important thing is he's tougher, faster, has unique sounds. So he's overall, it's a cool experience. I also love the death animations. Here are the spear throwers. Now the difference is they suck at aiming, but it actually makes it harder to dodge their shots because you don't know if they're going to actually throw at you correctly or if they're going to miss. So it actually is harder, funny enough, to give them worse aim. Less predictable. And these are their huts, as you can see. They fall and break apart just like the sword lizard huts. So you'll be seeing these enemies in the ruins. Now moving on, we have these little mini rock walkers. Some of you may remember them. But I've changed it so they shoot out these green magical projectiles, and instead of shooting out this fire, they glow green to kind of be more thematic with the whole green magical energy. Their bullets also shoot a lot faster. They're actually kind of a formidable enemy. Same goes for the larger ones here. As you can see, they shoot out this green flame now, which is very cool. And they will also have this green magical explosion. So just overall a little more fitting with the boss of the area, and kind of we're telling a story here where, these gems have just corrupted everything. This raw magical energies. It's bringing these stone statues of dinosaurs to life. It's seeping into the people who live there. Just that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Okay, next we're going to be taking a look at this elemental here, but before, well, let me show you. We're going to be taking a look at him. Now, before I really go and show off all the sounds, the whole point of this is you've probably seen a lot of these enemies before, but with these updated animations so that they all fit together more thematically, and with these new sounds, that's kind of what we're showcasing off here. I promise I did a lot of work. It's a lot of effort to make sure your enemies work, function properly. In fact, just today, I was still editing and fixing the code of the first area enemies so that they were more polished and smooth. Oh, geez. So there's that rock elemental, and there's his new sounds. I'm pretty stoked about how they turned out. Next up, we have the Iats. So they got a fresh coat of paint. They look a lot different. They have these menacing teeth now. They have a color change, and they have some awesome sounds. As you see, they got a piercing red eye, these just vicious teeth. They look more like a freaky enemy you would find inhabiting these brutal ruins. If you get close to them, they come awake. If not, they'll just be sitting here, hiding out. And yeah, they flap faster once they get closer enough to you. So definitely a really cool enemy. I like how the bats turned out a lot. Last but not least, we're going to be taking a look at the crystal worms. So these are repurposed blood worms, for any of you who remember the red worms. So when you kill them, they shoot out these spikes, and they have all new sounds, as you can see there. And I just think they're also thematically fitting. It's these worms, and they're all crystalline and shoot out these crystals. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay, yep, I'm not doing well against this enemy. So yeah, just making everything more thematically fitting, just trying to, build a more cohesive area. That being said, I'm torn on the worms because I did really like the red of how they used to be. And if everything in this area is green, I think I'm going to get sick of seeing green. You know what I'm saying? So part of me was actually a little torn on whether or not I should make all these changes. I'd love to know what you think down below. Do you think it's better to have like more cohesiveness within all the enemies and have them all be part of this like overall narrative of this magical energy? Or is it kind of nice to break things up? The Ibat kind of breaks things up, but definitely with everything being this green, I'm not sure how to really feel about it. I've also completely finished the 3rd area boss. I've named him the Monolith. I just think it's a really sick name. And his intro is pretty cool. Here it is. So this fight, it's definitely really fun to play. As for the overall finished look of Monolith, I think I'm gonna change it. For now, I have to leave it. I gotta try and stick pace and catch up. But I do want the overall look of him to better match his splash art, the intro cinematic splash that goes before. Last thing I want to show off is not only do we get a ton of polishing done on NPCs and sounds and enemies, but with the Shopkeeper, he's fully functional. Look at this. He's got his own sounds. You can hear his the giant beast in the background, Taka breathing. This is Brazok. I just ported him in, so the shop actually wasn't functioning just because I went straight to this level. But listen to the sound. You can hear this giant beast breathing. We also spent some time designing these elements, these foreground elements. Well, not really foreground, but you know, these cool things for the ruins area, these giant crystalline spikes, and these kind of broken down, just ruiny looking areas. So, tons of fun stuff that really brought together the 3rd area, and the 3rd area is fully playable. You can play through all these levels, and you can get to the boss, and the Shopkeeper works. He's blinking right there. I don't know if you saw. He talks, different dialogue every time, so we're making fantastic, just amazing progress all around. So now I just want to end this devlog by saying, look, there's so many changes I made this past week. I have no idea like what else to really say in this devlog other than, hey, I added in the sounds. I've, you know, polished out a ton of bugs. I had to bug fix all of the 2nd area enemies. I had to, you know, completely finish off and fix the boss fight, add in all new sounds. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's crazy how much time something as simple as, you know, adding in sounds for enemies can take. That also being said, I was polishing off the 1st area. We were fixing bugs regarding different items, and it's hard to remember when genuinely the days blur together because I stream and then I work when I'm off stream, and I'm just living and breathing this game almost every day. And that's a Discord message. All of that being said, sorry for the super fast, somewhat rushed video. I'm sure there's plenty of things I missed, but come around for the streams. I try and stream 7:30 Mountain Standard Time to 3:30 every weekday, and I'm trying to start streams on Saturday. It's just so hard not sleeping in. And a huge shout out to those of you who've supported me. We have some people who've subscribed over on Twitch. We have people who have gifted subscribers who tend to primarily watch on YouTube, and we have people who support me on Patreon. Those people being Avant Avgard, Haley Critchfield, Ethan Critchfield, Jeff Bloom, and Aldo Chapana. Thank you. All of you, honestly, like, that's dope. I meet with a music composer tomorrow to see if we can get some dope music for the Kickstarter and the boss fights and some fun stuff like that. I've made my own music. You heard it in the intro, actually. I was working on some cool new songs for the Monolith boss fight. But I just know that hiring someone to help me with the project and to someone who actually knows what they're doing music-wise, it's just really going to help for sure. Kind of like this artwork, right? I can do art, but like I could never get art this sick without reaching out to other people and having them help me. By the way, this art was done by Will Karma over on Twitter. x.com, whatever you want to refer to it as. Anyways, I gotta go. It's my little sister's birthday. I gotta hurry and edit this video. But thank you, and I will catch you guys next Monday for another devlog. And Kickstarter is gonna be on the 20th. 99% positive, the 20th of December. So that leaves us a little over a week to try and spread the word. Please follow the page if you haven't already. If you're new here, welcome. Please follow the Kickstarter. You can get the game half off. I'm going to have a tier you can buy and support, and that's just going to be cheaper than retail. So, wow. Anyways, see ya. I'm out of breath, and it has been so much fun working on this project, and the support from everyone lately has just been awesome. So thank you. See ya.